Good morning. I'm not going to show you my face because I didn't sleep and I look like mashed potatoes. Anyway, Paul's off doing his rounds. This is Salmon River Campground. There's an upper and a lower. The upper is over there across the road. This is the lower. We are right on the Salmon River. So look how old the poles are. They've got lichen on top. On the other side there is wilderness. I believe the Cod Peak Wilderness. So that's cool. We've seen river otter, Madagascars, an eagle, which was sitting up there this morning waiting for breakfast. Geese down there in that meadow with fledglings, ravens, songbirds. You saw a big old fish jump there. There's a lot of fish in the salmon. The birds love it here. Yeah. It's looking a little silty this morning because it's been raining like crazy the last week, or we've been here a week, yeah. So it's a little silted, but normally it's so clear you can see the bottom from here. You can see the bottom, but it's foggy this morning, it's starting to lift. But yeah, this is a pretty place. The Salmon River is fantastic. Post some of the pictures of the sawtooth. We took a hike and I'll put it on this film. This hosting thing's kind of odd. They hired Paul, not me. They don't hire you both. They hire one person. He gets paid $1,200 a month. That's about $40 a day. They Recreation Resource Management of America supposedly has campgrounds in quite a few states. The only ones I could find were here in Idaho, a bunch in Colorado, and a few in Arizona. They used to have campgrounds in California, Montana, New Mexico, but I can't find any record of those. And they make between $500,000 to $1.5 million a season. That was back when they had the California one back a few years back. 2014, about 10 years ago, is the only article I could find from Highland News. I will share that too. He can't talk about the company. I can. Sweet people. I mean, very friendly. We got hired. It was really weird. We pulled up at Redfish Lake to stay for a while, enjoy the lake in the area. And the hostess, Julia, talked to us for like 5 minutes. She said, "You need to host." And we're like, "Well, we're thinking about it." No, she said, "Now." So she sent her boss, and then he sent his boss. And he said, "Well, it's yours if you want it." That was last Wednesday. And we're like, okay, well, let me go look at it. But it is pretty, as you can see. It's got a little solar thing. See that? It's got 4 lead acid batteries in it. It's not a 30 amp. It's basically a way to charge your batteries if you want to. I think I can't remember how many watts he said it held, but the last host couldn't figure that out, got mad and left in a couple days. So, lucky us. Now, it's weird because we got the handbook, we finally got the W-2 stuff. There's no internet here or signal. I have to go into town, Stanley, which is about 7 miles away. There's I think 7 campgrounds that the old guy down at Mormon was doing himself. He's very old. His wife is ill. She's very ill. And he was doing all of these. And so we have 3. We have Salmon Camping. We have Riverside, which is only one side, the upper, because the lower side got washed away in deadfall. And then the casino, which is on the river. So these all look like they did in the day when the Forest Service turned it over to the concessionaires. There's an article on Highland News I'll share with you back 10 years ago. They make $500,000 to $1.5 million a season, but that was when they had California. All I can find that they have now is Colorado, Idaho, and a couple in Arizona. They said they had them in New Mexico and Montana, but I can't find them. There's been shake-ups among the concessionaires. I think there's more competition. So they have to go through a bidding thing every 5 years to get their concessions, and it's possible that this company lost the one in Montana. I heard a rumor, but I don't know why. They get outbid. Very little of the money that they take in, which by the way is $20 a night plus $10 for a night per extra vehicle. They have charged $8 for a picnic, which is about 2 hours, and they charge $10 for a day use fee. $6 if you want to throw your household trash in there, unless you're a guest. You've got to pony up. That was somebody's generator. It's not very busy here. Not yet. Probably because it's so cold. But at any rate, I digress. At any rate, they interviewed us. I get the handbook yesterday or the day before, and we're supposed to be trained. There's supposed to be some fire equipment in there in this little room. It's broken and empty. They didn't give us keys, so we couldn't get any paperwork till yesterday. Any of the fees out of the little post. We cleaned all the bathrooms on Monday. Our training was 2 handwritten sheets by the other host, who's supposedly our supervisor down at Mormon Campground. Sweet people, but handwritten, less than an hour, because she wasn't doing well. So I kept those sheets and figured it out. We're supposed to get shirts. Haven't seen them. We're supposed to wear them all the time. Not doing it. Several other things that are kind of sketchy. They're not really on the ball. They're kind of laid back. I think they're hurting. It's possible they don't have enough money or something. The people we've met so far are sweet. They're nice people. But it is a corporation. I'll send the article from Highland News that explains how the concessions started in this country and why. And it was all politics. I figured as much. And these people stepped in. Our forests are so neglected. There is a bill in Congress, a $1.5 trillion bill in Congress, that's supposed to help deal with the backlog of repairs needed in the national forest. And there's hot springs down here. I can smell sulfur. One of them washed away, but there's several others we're going to go visit. You can smell slight sulfur. It's really cool. Oh, we've had so much wildlife. Did I mention the geese that were in the meadow? We had river otters and the ganser and eagle. It was there up there this morning. Songbirds, song sparrows, kinglets, warblers, robins, of course, always. The wonderful little robins. No owls. Haven't heard the owls yet. They're just not around yet. We're not up late enough to hear them. There's bats. Haven't seen them yet. It's a very strange sort of hiring process, and $1,200 a month amounts to about $40 a day, which if you do $10 an hour, which isn't even minimum wage in most states now, it's about 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, and Paul has done way more than that. And I'm trying to keep him limited with what he does. Because yesterday, we supposedly only get 1 day off. We're supposed to be here 24/7. And we're not gonna stay here 24 hours a day and catch people. They've got a ticket they can put in the post, and we'll check with them later if we need to. People just want to come and camp. They don't want to be bothered. So this is just a test run to see if we like hosting. I like the idea. Our only day off, we get to go do laundry and groceries. We had to go to Ketchum to do it. Because the other little town, Shalley, doesn't have much. Though that's where everybody goes. I don't know what they eat, but it took all day. We didn't do anything fun, and we came home. Our only day off. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. It's not happening. Now, Paul left at 7 this morning, and he's still not back. It's 9:30. Don't know what's... Oh, look. Tanager. Forgot about the tanagers. Check that out. Isn't she pretty? Yeah, ain't pretty. Western tanagers. Aren't they gorgeous? I don't know what their song sounds like. They don't sing much. I've got one recording. Yeah, there's an app. It's called Merlin ID. It's from Cornell University. And you can download that, and it will help you record any bird in your region. It's got a huge database. I don't need internet to do it. And it's been so fun. A lady at Georgetown Lake in Montana turned me on to it. Got to hear a saw-whet owl, which apparently is rare over there in Montana. I haven't heard owls here. We're told they're here, and bats. We're not up late enough to do it. The reason I'm rambling, and I was doing this and it stopped recording. It made me mad. I have to start over. So now I'm all over the place. I did not sleep again. I don't know what's with me and not sleeping. Not doing enough. We will be hiking. We will be rafting this river. We've seen rafters. It's so fun. We will go do hot springs. We will do the tourist thing while we're here. He's done with his work in the morning. We're going to run off. We'll come back in the evening, check again, clean the toilets, and leave, and go to bed. We've had one person come and leave before we get to him who didn't pay. Pox on him. I'm just really curious where Paul is. It's 2.5 hours later and he's not here. Took him an hour last night to check everything. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I don't want him working himself. I just think he's happy to have a job, to be honest. I really do. Hoping something shows up for you besides the little tanager. Anyway, it's a pretty place. We're going to fix that trail down there. It's all washed out. There's a trail and it's burned and not even been burned. And we're not supposed to fix anything. We're not supposed to make anything nice. But, you know, Forest Service doesn't get any of this money. It never has. I found that out in the Highland News article from 10 years ago. It's all politics. I think I said that. At any rate, just wanted to do a video. I'm going to post this later. Stanley had a huge music festival, and I tried to buy 2 tickets, and then it was a cluster. There was no, it was misrepresented on the ticket. It said 10 to 5. When we got there, it wasn't going to start till 2 and go 3 in the morning. No, I'm not going to a concert till 3 in the morning. I've never done that ever in my life. So I tried to get my money back. I don't know if I did. It was expensive. Yeah. So that was an impulsive thing to do. So I gotta try and get my money back. Look how pretty that is. Not so much dead here in the trees. Some, but not bad. There are areas that burned badly. There's a ridge line over there. I think there's been about half a million acres burned last year in Idaho. Almost 7.5 million acres have burned in this country last year. Over 10 million acres in 2020 when everybody was out doing fires and not putting them out. 95% of all fires in this country are human caused, and we're not talking about climate change killing the trees and with the beetles. We're just talking about people with their ATVs, no spark resistors, starting campfires, not putting them out. Yeah. Paul wondered how long it would be before it's all burned up. All of it. People just don't seem to care. At least the few that are causing all the problems. We've met some nice people in the campground. They don't have bright lights, they're not running loud generators, they're pretty much quiet. There's a group over at Upper that's been there since we got here, and they had a bonfire. So that was before we were officially hired. So I'll just let you enjoy the pretty river for a minute after my griping. I do like it here. We're going to save some money. I looked into Starlink, can't get... Oh, look. There's a little female. Look at her. There she is. There's Mom. Oops, there she goes. It's so cool. Anyway, I'll just let you enjoy that for a minute. Yeah, it's pretty here. Oh, there she is again. She's looking at me. Look at her. Is she pretty? That's the female. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know what else to say. So say I love you. Talk to you later.